Have you ever wondered why she never takes you first, yet she never fully disappears? She responds, but she doesn't initiate. She stays in you alive, but never takes a step toward you. For many men, this pattern feels confusing and frustrating, like a puzzle with no solution. But what if your silence is not accidental at all? What if it's telling you something about how she thinks, and something even more important about how you show up? When a woman never takes the first step, she reveals a dynamic that most men can completely miss. And if you respond to it the wrong way, you will keep pursuing, and she will keep drifting away. Today we're talking about 6 shifts you need to make when she never initiates. These shifts rebalance the dynamic, possess the truth of your interest, and give you back control to before we go further, pause for a moment and be honest with yourself. How many times have you pushed your own needs aside just to keep the connection alive? How often have you carried all the effort because it felt safe then facing the possibility that you might not be as interested? This is a moment where you stop providing that truth and start taking responsibility for how you show up in relationships. The first shift is this: stop rewarding your silence. When a woman never initiates, most men try to fill the silence for her. They assume that if they give a little more effort, try a little harder, or stay consistent long enough, she will eventually meet them halfway. But the opposite happens. The more you compensate for her lack of effort, the more you teach her that she doesn't need to try at all. You silently train her to believe that your presence requires nothing from her. No initiative, no investment. To imagine a man who wakes up, checks his phone, and sees nothing from her. Not even a simple good morning. A small tension appears, so he takes her first. She replies later, briefly and to it or to hours. The next day it happens again. Soon a routine forms where she contributes nothing. You still get the comfort of knowing he will show up every day like clockwork. She doesn't move toward him because she always will. If every time you respond to silence with more effort, your attention becomes less valuable. People don't value what they don't have to work for. This isn't bitterness. It's psychology. When something is always available, it stops feeling special. Perhaps why the first shift is restraint, not reaction. Don't take because silence makes you uncomfortable. Don't reach out just to reassure yourself. Allow the silence to exist. Let space breathe. You're not punishing her. You're protecting yourself and preserving the value of your presence. The second shift is matching her energy. Most men don't lose women because they're too kind or sincere. They lose them because the balance slowly disappears, and they keep giving long after she stopped meeting them halfway. Attraction needs reciprocity. Communication needs repetition. When one person is running and the other is barely walking, the imbalance becomes obvious. To picture a man sending several messages throughout the day, hoping one will spark something. Hours pass. She replies once, maybe twice, with short answers and no questions. Instead of noticing the imbalance, he convinces himself he needs to try harder. But if there is inspiring effort when it's unnecessary. IT creates pressure, and pressure pushes attraction route. Our giving doesn't come from strength. IT comes from fear. Fear of losing her. Fear of being forgotten. Women feel this instinctively. They sense when pursuit comes from confidence and when IT comes from insecurity. Matching her energy isn't coldness and it's not a game. It's dignity. If she invests, you made her there. If she pulls back, you don't chase the silence. Balance reveals truth, and truth is clarity. The third shift is taking back control of your emotions. Almost every man has a feeling of waiting after hitting send, as if his entire mood depends on whether she replies. If she responds quickly, relief. If she doesn't, tension. Without realizing it, your emotional state becomes regulated by her attention. When your confidence rises and falls based on her replies, you give her power she never asked for. And she feels it. She senses the subtle anxiety, the quiet hope for validity on. When a woman feels that her approval controls your emotional world, attraction fades. Not because she's cruel, but because dependence never feels strong. To her response is information, not validity on. IT tells you about her level of interest, not your worth. Regaining emotional control doesn't mean pretending you don't care. IT means grounding yourself back in your own life, your goals, your work, your body, your direction. When you stop obsessively checking your phone, you become calmer, steadier, more rooted. And that instability is often what brings retraction back. The forward shift is letting episodes do their work. Many men think they lose a woman when they pull back. In reality, they often lose her because they never do. When you're always available, always present, she never gets a chance to feel your episodes. Without episodes, there is no contrast. Without contrast, there is no value. Too much presence does appreciation. When you stop over-delivering, her true level of interest comes to the surface. If she values you, she will move toward you. If she doesn't, the silence grows, not because you caused it, but because you stop covering for her lack of effort. Absence isn't manipulation. It's clarity. It shows you who she really is. The fifth shift is checking her interest. Some women never initiate but always respond just enough to keep you hoping. So you keep the momentum alive. You keep reaching out. And you stay confused. Clarity only comes when you stop filling the gaps for her. Testing her interest isn't about games. It's about stepping back enough to see what happens when you stop doing all the work. Stop initiating. Stop carrying the connection alone. Then observe. Даешь step forward. Даешь notice the chance. Or даешь silence cause for noting. If a connection disappears the moment you stop carrying it was never real. Her actions will answer the question forwards never did. The final shift is raising your standards. At some point, the problem isn't for silence. It's what you've been willing to accept. When you hold on to someone who gives you nothing, it's not love. It's fear. Fear of being alone. Fear of starting over. Fear that this is the best you can get. Fear convinces you to accept crumbs and call them connection. A man without standards becomes a man without options. Raising standards isn't about being harsh or demanding. It's about honesty with yourself. It's recognizing when you're the only one contributing. When you raise your standards, the wrong women value and the right ones don't make you guess. Your worth is not measured by how long you can hold on to someone. It's measured by how willing you are to outgrow when you're not valued. This was never about changing your behavior. It was about understanding yours. When her silence stops threatening you and starts informing you, everything shifts. You stop chasing potential and start choosing reality. The right woman doesn't need to be convinced. She shows interest naturally, consistently, and willingly. If this made you pause, that pause is growth. And if you believe that truth is dynamic, share your experience. Your story might be exactly what someone else needs to hear.